So guys, this strategy is designed to help you make a lot of money from the market, especially if you are a beginner trader and you don't have any knowledge of the charts. You just want to try something and just make money off this market. This strategy is for you, so make sure you watch till the end. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you also turn on your notification bell so that you will see new videos when I post them. All right, so we are going to be using three powerful indicators for this strategy. One, we are going to be using the stochastic oscillator, which will mark out our safe zones where we will be executing our trades from. All right, the stochastic oscillator will tell us our support or resistance zones, right? The safe area of interest where our trade execution will be happening. Okay, and the next indicator will be the MACD. We are going to be using MACD. The MACD will tell us when price has come to these safe zones that the stochastic oscillator has defined for us. And then we are going to be using the Gator oscillator indicator, which is going to tell us when exactly to execute the trade. Okay, if you're a price action trader, you would know that for you to successfully analyze the market, you need to look out for the market structure. You need to define your safe areas, your area of interest, your area of value where you want to be taking your trades from. And then you also need something that will prompt you to actually enter the trade. You need to know when to actually buy or sell a particular market. So this is what the indicators will do for us. This is what the indicators will help the beginners to do, so that you don't have to have this knowledge before you can benefit from the market. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the setup. I'm going to show you guys the setup right now. We're going to go direct into it, and then I'll explain how to use the setup. All right, so quickly let's add up the indicators. MACD, fast EMA of 12, slow EMA of 26, MACD SMA of 1. Apply to close. If you click that, you'll see options to just choose close. Levels are not needed, so you skip that part. Time frame, leave it at all time frames. For visualization, you can maintain the same color as the one on my charts if you have the white background on your charts. If your background is black, then you should choose bright colors. Okay, you can as well use whatever colors you want to use here, but make sure they are visible on your chart. So for main style, I'm using black. For signal, I'm using blue. All right, so you click done when you're done with that, and you have your MACD appear on your chart. All right, this is, you see the black dotted lines and the blue line running across the chart here, the MACD. And then the next one would be your Gator oscillator. Let's add that. Just period of 5, teeth period of 9, lips period 18, just shift 14, teeth shift 11, lips shift of 2, method smooth. Apply to median price. Okay, and then for levels, you skip that part. Visualization, make sure you put it at all time frames, and for styling, up I'm using green, down I'm using red. So you get that done. You can use whatever colors that will be visible in your chart, whatever colors of your choice, but make sure they are visible on your charts. Click done when you're done with that, and you have your indicator appear on the charts. The next thing would be for you to add the stochastic oscillator. K period of 1, D period of 1, slowing of 1, price field low high, method simple. Now we need levels, so you add level 85 and 15. If you are using the dark background, make sure you color this place with a bright color. But if you are using the white background as my chart here, make sure you use a dark color like what I'm using here. Click done, and you have your setup ready. Okay, for visualization on this other page, make sure the style, the main and signal, they are the same color as the background of your chart. Okay, click done when you're done with that, and your setup is ready. So I'm going to go ahead to show you how to make use of this setup. this strategy to your own advantage and take money out of the market before there is a spike. Now we are trading against the spikes. This is us taking some candlesticks out of the market without any spikes. All right, or even if there has to be a spike, to not be a harmful one. So let's just go straight to it quickly. Let's just do something on the 15-minute time frame. We want to see a bearish candlestick, a bearish closing of the 15-minute candlestick, right? We want to see a bearish closing of the 15-minute time frame. Now what that means is, for the beginners, you want to see, if your chart is like my own, if the coloring of your candlestick is green and red as my own, your green represents the bullish movement, the red represents the bearish momentum of the market, then you want to see a closing price that is bearish, that is red, that closes red, right? First thing first, make sure you see that. And then if you can add any other price action knowledge to it, you also should check the direction of the market structure, see that price has also come to your point of interest and all of that. But if you don't know all of that, fine, it's all good. Just follow up what I'm going to be saying in this video. So after confirming a bearish momentum, a bearish closing of the 15-minute candlestick, you want to see, now remember I said that our stochastic oscillator levels will mark out the supports and resistance levels. Since we are trading the Boom 1000 market right now, we want to be selling, right? We are selling to catch the candlesticks. We are not buying to catch spikes. We are selling. So you want to see price at your resistance level, which is the stochastic oscillator level 85 here. You can see this is the black line here is what I'm talking about. It represents the stochastic oscillator level 85. All right, so you want to see your MACD, this blue line running across the indicator window. You want to see it come across to the stochastic level 85 here. Now remember I said the MACD is going to point out when price is actually at your safe zone, right? So you want to see it point, you want to see it cross over the level 85 of stochastic oscillator here and then point downwards. Okay, this is happening on the 15 minutes time frame, but the same has to be happening on 1 minute time frame before you can take a trade. Okay, now let's go over to the 1 minute time frame. You see all those things I explained on the 15 minutes time frame played out on the 15 minutes time frame, but the 1 minute time frame was saying something different. You can see that our MACD, the blue line running across our indicator window, was not at the level 85 of our stochastic oscillator at the time when all of that was playing out on the 15 minute time frame. You can see it was not here, rather it was at the support region. Okay, so this says the market might spike. It says there is tendencies of the bulls taking over, right? So it's not ideal to take a sell at that time. You want to see that all your confirmations come together and they play out, right? This is a game of probability, so you want to be on the safe side. You want to look out for high probability of you winning, right? You want to see high winning chances. So let's go to let's confirm what happens when eventually we meet price at we meet the MACD indicator at our level 85 of the stochastic levels. This is what I'm talking about. You can see the MACD had crossed the level 85, the resistance region of our chart, and then it dropped from there. And then you can see what happened next. You can see the market just dropped drastically. It never stopped. It just kept going. Now that is what I mean by having to meet all your confirmations before taking a trade. Okay, now there's something else that makes this strategy even much more reliable, right? You want to see that after all these conditions are met, you want to see that the gator oscillator, remember we have three indicators on our indicator window. So you want to see that the gator indicator, which is the green and red lines here, you want to see that during the time when 15 minutes closed with a bearish candlestick, and then the MACD had crossed the level 85 of the stochastic oscillator, you want to also see that the gator indicator prints a complete red line at that level. This is what I'm talking about. You can see, you want to see a complete red line. This is the indicator, right? You can see here we have a mixture of green and red, but here you can see it formed a complete red line from top to bottom. A complete red line from top to bottom. All right, that further gives you more confirmation that the market is likely to go in your favor. So that is another prompt to take your sell. Okay, that is another prompt to take your sell. Let's see if we can see some examples. We can find some examples. Okay, so this is it. This is one example. You can see at this level, the gator indicator had formed a complete red line from that region down, and then you can see what happened. You can see that the market dropped from there. Now all of this has to align with every other confirmation that I have mentioned in this video. All right, all of that has to come together to give you solid reasons why you should either buy or sell. But as far as Boom 1000 index is concerned, we want to be selling using this strategy. So please be very careful. If you keep back testing, you'll see that all of this just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. Let me show you more example. Let me just look for more. If you can sit down and just find setups using this strategy, you will make profit every day. Okay, this is another one. Oh yeah, this is it. You can see after the complete red line formed on the gator indicator, you can see there was a long sell from that point, and every other conditions were met. You can see price had the MACD had signaled price at our resistance region. You can see price had come to our resistance region according to the MACD. This is another one. MACD crossing at the level 85 of the stochastic oscillator, and then the complete red line of our gator indicator. This is it. And then what happened next is a massive sell. So you can just try this out. Make sure you are familiar with it. Make sure you are conversant with it before you apply this to your live account. Okay, practice it. Make sure it works for you very well before you apply it to your live account, and just bring the testimonies on. These are more examples. I don't want this video to be very long. I'm just going to end it here, and I hope you guys make something out of it. Please, if you have any questions, you can come to the description section of this video, and you will see my contacts. You reach out to me, and I'll be able to clarify whatever challenges you might be having. You also want to join our premium VIP group, you can also reach out, and let's see how we can make you part of the team. See you guys in the next video.